Circular interpolation by endmill is one of the methods for producing board. This gives flexibility to produce any size of the board. But what if your machine is old? One of the challenges is ovality in the board. Today, what we are going to discuss is how we can solve this problem. Solution is to compensate the ovality in the program. This method is not new, but it needs a CAM software. Here we are going to discuss two different methods. One is by using a macro to compensate the ovality in the program. Another method is to use an Excel application which I have developed. Using this, you can create your NC output. If you wish to have the Excel application, you can comment your email ID. I will send it to you. Happy learning.
First, we will see how the program is made. Beginning of the program, you can see a workpiece. So this is nothing but a workpiece definition, and it is just to facilitate the simulation. If you go inside, you can see a rectangular block is defined using dimensions 50 by 50 and 20 mm. And there is cutter call. So when you are making a new program, suppose you want to make the tool call, you can go like this, and whichever tool you select, that will come here. So we have selected 10 mm cutter, 10 mm endmill, and the RPM. So this program is using R variables, and the major axis of the ellipse is defined by R10 and the minor axis is defined by R12, and the cutter diameter is defined in R14. Here these two blocks, you can see it is a compensation. So the cutter compensation is inbuilt in the program. So whatever major axis and minor axis is programmed here, so that will get compensated by the cutter automatically. So to the original value, the cutter diameter is deducted, so that effectively when you cut, because of the cutter diameter, you will get a correct diameter, correct size. So here, whenever you want to cut using this program, you have to keep both the major axis and minor axis same, and then do the machining. And then you need to measure the actual values, measure the ovalities, and then accordingly adjust. R16 is the clearance, and then R18 and R20 are the center coordinates in X and Y directions, and R22 is the increment. So for every X, the Y will be calculated. So X-axis is incremented or decremented by this amount. And A and B are half of major axis and minor axis. And R30 and R32 are right vertex and left vertex of the major axis. So R24 is A, so this is nothing but plus A and minus A. Now the tool is called to the center of the ellipse, and then Z0. So this, in accordance with your requirement, you need to adjust this, whatever depth you want to cut. This is the formula which you have already seen, y square equal to 1 minus x square by a square multiplied by b square. Now R34 is a new variable which we are equating with R30. R30 is nothing but right vertex. So how you are going to cut is, first we start from right vertex of the ellipse, and then in down milling we come up to left side. So the x-axis for every x-axis, the y-axis is calculated. So first we will be cutting the upper half of the ellipse and then the lower half of the ellipse. So first R34 is equated to R30, nothing but right vertex of the major axis. So we start from right vertex and keep decrementing towards left, and for every x-axis the y-axis will be calculated, and then accordingly using G64 and G01 the x and y will be machined. So how the program structure is used for the looping. So this is a conditional statement while R34 is greater than R32. So here you can see R32 is the left vertex and R34 is newly assigned, and it starts with right vertex and move towards the left vertex. So after some point of time, when the x keep decrementing, that becomes equal to the left vertex. So that time this loop has to stop. Till that time, for every x, the y will be calculated. The formula I have already seen, y square equal to 1 minus x square by a square into b square. So here this is for square root. 1 minus port R34. Port is nothing but power of 2. Power of 2 means square. So R34 square, R24 square and R26 square. And then x-axis, whatever value is calculated here, that plus the x sender, and y-axis, whatever is calculated, plus y sender. Then R34 is decremented for getting the new value of x. Then this loop will continue till it come to the left vertex. And then again at the end, again we are equating R34 equal to R32. That means the left vertex. That is just to make sure that the last coordinate is considered. So sometime what will happen is, if your increment is not in multiple, then the last coordinate may get missed out. So just to avoid that, just to ensure that that particular coordinate is used, this is used. And then we cut the second half of the ellipse. So the calculation is same. So only you can see that here we have taken y is plus, here we are taking y minus, so that the second half, the lower half of the ellipse will be cut. Formula is same. Now we will see the simulation. So you can see this is a perfect circle, and this is not in the center of the block, because here we have defined the x center as 10. So if you define the x-axis as 0, you will see that the machining is happening in the center of the block. Yeah, now the machining is happening in the center of the block, and it is a perfect circle. Now what I told is, first you have to keep both these values equal, do the machining, measure it and adjust. So suppose I find a difference. So what I need to do here is, I need to adjust it so that the ovality is compensated. But here what you see is, a perfect circle is now converted to an oval. So now it is an ellipse. Okay, now you can see that the ellipse shape is in the horizontal direction. Now instead of this, suppose you keep this as 28 and the major axis as less, this will become a vertical ellipse. Yeah. Now I already told that if you keep changing your x-axis and y-axis center, so it will shift your values. So you'll find that the new ellipse will be formed, the offset to the center. So here you can see. So this is now 10 mm 10 mm offset. So this is how this program can be used. Another method is to use an Excel application, which I will explain you in detail. We'll have a look at the 3D simulation. Now it's a 3D simulation. You can see that again the circle is a perfect circle because we have kept both the minor axis and major axis same. This is an Excel application to get the NC output for ellipse. So here if you see there are two buttons, generate NC output for external machining and generate NC output for internal machining. So after inputting the values, all this green cell are for entering values. So these are the areas where you can put the values for the ellipse, major axis, minor axis, cutter diameter, clearance, x coordinate and y coordinate for the center. So after entering all this value, and this is the pitch or increment for calculation, a lesser value will create a better output. So here you can see the nodes also. Now this is the file name. So if you want to generate an internal machining, so whatever file name you like, you can enter here. So the output will be saved in this file and it will be created inside the folder where you are keeping this application, Excel application. So if you say now I have kept as ID, so let me click on this. You can see ellipse ID is created. Now suppose you keep it as OD for external and then you click here, you can see ellipse OD is created. So external machining and internal machining, for both the things these values only will be used. The files created by using the Excel application. So you can notice the internal machining, whatever file name you have given, so you can see this, and the program number is just an arbitrary number given 4321. Now the entire program is available